I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money.
See the podcast yet? So what's going on is Asmongold, the very popular streamer, has expressed some interest in doing a stream with me this week. Okay, I'm just basically waiting to hear back from him on when, because I told him I was available tomorrow and Tuesday during the time frame when normally I would do a podcast, but he hasn't responded yet. So until I hear back from him on exactly when he wants to do it, it's a maybe. It may or may not happen this week. On his streams, apparently, he's saying he wants to do it, but he hasn't locked it in with me yet. So I'm just waiting for an answer. If he answers and says, hey, I want to do it tomorrow or Tuesday, I'll probably just drop everything and do it. We'll see. Let's see what happens, okay? So I don't know. So that's what I mean. The schedule can change this week depending on what happens. We'll see. Okay, so let's do some quick shout-outs. We start off with Sir Jaminate with a $20 super chat tonight saying, I'll settle with 20, damn me in principle. I don't know what that means, because I don't know, Sir Jaminate, what you're referencing. Would you like to clarify in the chat, or is that some kind of an inside reference for someone in the audience? Thank you for 20. He said it's happening this week. So, I don't know. He hasn't said that to me. Like, last night, I messaged him back, and I offered him 2 dates. I said either, Monday or Tuesday would be perfect for my schedule, but he hasn't responded yet. To be frank, I think Tuesday would be perfect, because now tomorrow, it's kind of like people are already expecting Pokemon. So if he said, yeah, let's do it Tuesday, I'd be 100% down. I could promote it a bit, get it hyped up. Everyone would be talking about it, but we'll see. We'll see what he wants to do. If he wants to do it later in the week, we can do it later in the week too, but you figure the sooner the better, right? People want this to happen. So anyway, so we'll see what happens this week, okay? Otherwise, it's going to be a chill week of good autumn fun regardless. So good stuff. Thank you to 220. Bookwell just did 500 kicks over on Kick. He says, I can't wait for Asmongold interview and ATS for the win. Well, it's going to be interesting because, honestly, I don't know what he wants to talk about. Like, all I know is he's watching my detractor content. He's publicly stated. He says, I watch a lot of DSP detractor content. Okay. So he's probably going to ask about, like, all the shit that they just regurgitate on a daily basis. Most of the stuff they talk about, I don't even know what it is. I'm serious. Like, all these memes and shit that they have, I don't know what they are. So he might ask me a question and be like, I actually don't know what they're referencing. I don't know. I don't pay attention. I watch 0 DSP detractor videos. 0. There's apparently from what I understand, there's an entire podcast based on me that goes on like every day. I've never seen one. I don't know anything about them. I pay no attention to any of this shit. So I guess we'll see what he has to ask. But like I said, I'm to be honest, if this goes down, okay, which he says he's interested in it and he really wants to do it. Okay, we just got to lock in the time we're going to do it. To be honest, this is the first time ever someone's reached out to me to just talk to me about it, rather than just, saying, well, I'm just going to watch the detractor stuff and get cheap clickbait views and make a lot of money on it, which is typically what he does, right? He actually offered to talk to me for real. Well, that's actually very, very interesting. No one else has ever said, okay, we'll give you that benefit of the doubt. If you remember, a very similar thing happened a few years ago with Moist Critical, where he was constantly just watching the detractors clip me out of context and throw me on the internet in a negative light. And I said, if the guy really has issue with me, he should talk to me. And then Moist Critical said, oh no, I don't do interviews or anything. Okay. If that's really how you want to handle it, you want to talk shit about someone, but you won't talk directly to them. Instead, you yell at them because you have a big audience and you punch down. I mean, fine, I guess. The truth is, I don't think anyone's, going to be, like, talking to me. Like, if Asmongold does this week with me, I don't think he's going to be like, oh, wow, so everything that the detractors ever said is false, because that's not true. The things that the detractors say are true. It's just that they over-exaggerate them to sound important when they're not. Like, Phil begs for money on his streams. Well, do I ask for contributions? Yes, I do. Absolutely, I do. Do I get a little bit excited if I'm not hitting my goals, and do I get a little heated and ask for it a lot? Yes, sometimes I do. That's correct. Does anyone have a problem with it? Did you see people fleeing my content, saying, oh, what a heinous villain, we hate this man? Is there literally any stream at all where I just sit here and I say, okay, it's the Begathon, all we're gonna do today is talk about money, and I'm not gonna do any content for you. We're not gonna have a discussion, we're not gonna hang out, we're not going to play a game, we're not going to, no, just gonna sit here and say, give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money. Does that happen? But that's the thing, that's how they portray it. That's exactly how they portray it. It is completely unfair. So, if you ask me the question, are you an e-beggar? Yeah, indeed I am. Anyone who's a streamer who relies on crowdfunding and has to ask for it and has goals and things, they're technically e-beggars, yes. Do I sit here all day? Is that the end-all be-all of who I am? No. Is that what I want to do? No. But that's how I make a living. That's not how I started. I started as an on-demand video creator for many years, from the years of 2008 all the way through 2017, so almost a decade. I wasn't an interactive streamer that had goals and asked for contributions on a stream. I had to change my model when my channel was destroyed by trolls with false copyright strikes, when YouTube kept changing the algorithm. All these factors contributed and kind of destroyed my on-demand video business, and there's not much I can really do about that, So, what do you want me to do? Just give up? No, I'm not going to fucking give up. I'm going to fight. I want to do what I love. And in fact, things have gotten way better ever since I became an interactive streamer, in my opinion. It's a better situation, so I don't see what the problem is, But that's the problem. Oh, he e-begs, so he's the devil. No, everyone does it, you fucking idiots. Everyone does, literally. There's people who do it way more than I do, and way harder than I do. Yet, they're okay. But I'm not, because I'm DSP, and I always have to be the butt of the joke and the one who does it the worst somehow, even though I don't. But that's the joke. The running joke is that DSP was always the worst gamer. He was the laziest content creator. You can't say that anymore. Definitely can't say that anymore, because now I have all the high-end stuff, great graphics in my videos, my equipment, everything looks good, sounds good, nearly state-of-the-art shit here. So you can't say that I'm the lazy guy who just doesn't put effort in anymore. So now what's the next thing you move into? And that's the thing, it's just always a constant moving of the goalposts. So I'm curious what he wants to talk about, honestly. I have no clue what he wants to talk about, besides bringing up specific detractor stuff. I know he said he thought I was banned from Twitch, and I'm not, and he wanted to know, he saw that I shut down my Twitch channel, he wants to know why I did. Got a great explanation and story of that. You know what I mean? I do, absolutely. So maybe he would like that story, because I know he's no huge fan, even though he streams on Twitch, he is not a big fan of Twitch. He criticizes heavily stuff that Twitch does all the time. And rightfully so. I mean, you gotta admit the guy has balls, because he is on Twitch. It's his major source of income, right? Yet, he criticizes them. He calls them out for their shit. That's great. The man actually has principles and values and balls, and you respect that. Oh, he doesn't stream on Twitch at all anymore? I thought he co-streamed. I guess I'm mistaken. See, again, I don't know. I thought that he still streamed on Twitch and on Kick. You're saying he only streams on Kick now? Even better. Even friggin' better. Seriously. Okay. He set up a Reddit thread for people to submit questions. Are you shocked? The guy does not watch my content 24/7. So he's going to have the same idiots posting the same questions over and over. It's going to be the same exact questions, and he's going to get the same answers. You know what I mean? Like, that's like earlier, someone said, well, aren't you afraid of what he's going to ask you? Like what? WWE champions, which I've already fully talked about, and all I'm going to do is reiterate the exact same thing again? Or maybe I should be afraid that he's going to bring up that I eBay. Or maybe I should be afraid that I'm a bad gamer or something? What, is he going to bring up the fucking Derek thing for the millionth time? Who gives a fuck? I don't care about any of that shit. Go ahead, ask away, right? Ask away on the nonsense. It doesn't bother me at all. Trust me, if I had anything to hide, I would not be streaming every single day publicly in an open public forum like I do, you know? All right.